There are so many items in Minecraft and it's easy to overlook all of their full potentials. In this video, I will make a statement on 3 different Minecraft items that are often underestimated, yet so incredibly useful in a lot of situations. I will go over how each item can be used in different contexts, as well as their hidden mechanics a lot of players don't realize. I call this the 3 GOAT items in Minecraft. GOAT standing for Greatly Overpowered and Tenacious. In any case, let's begin. Starting with the water bucket, this item is quite versatile, as it is used in many ways, ranging from giving crops some water, to breathing underwater by creating an airspace bubble, and doing a water bucket clutch to save yourself from falling. The water inside the water bucket can also be used to change your character state from standing to swimming and eventually crawling, which is really handy in escape rooms, allowing you to get into places you normally can't do without the bucket. Speedrunners craft the bucket because they need it to build a nether portal as quickly as possible. A lava bucket can be used as fuel for a furnace, but it can also be used in PvP to ignite your opponent on fire, or you can extinguish yourself from fire with a water bucket. Fun fact, using a water bucket in combination with a cauldron allows you to get water in the nether, which can be handy when you're dealing with blazes. It is crazy to think what one bucket alone can do, but imagine what 2 buckets working together can achieve. 2 water buckets is all it takes to create an infinite water source. With 2 buckets of powdered snow, you can build in any direction without leaving a trace behind. In Skyblock, you can use a bucket of water and a bucket of lava to create a cobblestone generator, giving you access to infinite cobblestone. Just make sure not to make obsidian instead. This just goes to show how powerful 3 pieces of iron really can be if you know how to use it. Next up, the boat. All you need is 5 pieces of wood, and you've acquired yourself a very handy tool. But what could you possibly do besides sailing the 7 seas? Well, you can steer a boat alone, with a friend, or with a chest behind you, giving you extra inventory slots in case you want to go on a fishing adventure. Not only is it used on water, but on land as well. That's right, boats are commonly used for mob transport, for example, in kidnapping transporting innocent people to their new homes. Besides using it on water or on land, you can also use boats mid-air. Yes, just like a water bucket, you can break your fall by placing a boat and stepping into it. Alternatively, you can also place and step in the boat beforehand, being the much safer option. And you can also float with your boat by jumping out of it and quickly going back into it, which is completely unnecessary but super cool to do. If used correctly, you can crawl and get into weird positions just like the water bucket. Additionally, you can glitch through walls as long as the wall is 1 block thick. The hitbox of the boat is also really interesting, as it allows you to stack boats on top of each other, allowing you to create a funny elevator. Fun fact, you can also use a boat as fuel for a furnace. There are so many things you can use a boat to your advantage, as you're not limited to just sailing on water, as long as you know what you're doing. Finally, we have the Ender Pearl. To acquire an Ender Pearl, you could kill an Enderman who has a chance of dropping one, or you could trade with villagers or piglins in hopes of getting the Ender Pearls. Once you throw an Ender Pearl, you will be teleported to the exact location it lands on. After you have teleported, you may receive a couple of hearts of damage, as well as a 5% chance of an endermite spawning below your toes. To increase the distance of the teleportation, you can stand on a high tower or use an ender pearl cannon powered by TNT. By combining an ender pearl with blaze powder, you can craft a ender eye. This is needed to locate the stronghold and beat the game. Similarly to the boat, you can also use an ender pearl to glitch through walls, although it's much more broader in terms of how you can use this as compared to the boat. An ender pearl stasis chamber keeps your ender pearl in a water bubble hole where it will stay there. Once a block is above it, like closing a trapdoor activated automatically or by a different player, you will get teleported to that location, meaning you could theoretically teleport thousands of blocks far away with just a flick of a lever. The Ender Pearl is often used in PvP to run away from your opponent, but in Mace PvP can also be used to gain the high ground with the help of a wind charge. There's a niche trick in Crystal PvP where you throw an Ender Pearl into the ground, giving you tick damage. Tick damage is 1/20th of a second where the player receives damage from one source, giving them immunity from other damage sources. In other words, when you throw an Ender Pearl right before your opponent wants to explode you with crystals, you will only receive damage from the Ender Pearl and not the End Crystal. The Ender Pearl truly is a special item as it allows you to do so much with its teleportation ability. Those were the 3 GOAT items I wanted to present, and I'd like to thank you all for watching this video.